Welcome back to H&N Studios. We are live on Lighthouse today with Nathan Dennen.
Got the feeling there's a good thing coming. Waited so long, now it looks like it's finally here. A perfect day for a little celebration. You are the perfect person to have me. And ooh, I'm living my best life, it's true. Ooh, I'm living my best life with you. Put on a record, I wanna dance with you. Spin round and round till I can't stand up straight. We can do what we want, no one's gonna stop us. We'll take over the world if we keep going at this rate. Ooh, I'm living my best life, it's true. Ooh, I'm living my best life with you. Nothing ahead but good times. Clear skies from now on. With you by my side, my troubles, they're all gone. And ooh, I'm living my best life, it's true. I'm living my best life with you. Ooh, I'm living my best life, it's true. Ooh, I'm living my best life with you. I'm living my best life, oh yes I sure am. I'm living my best life right along with you, and I'm living my best life, oh yes I sure am. I'm living my best life right along with you, and ooh, living my best life, it's true. Ooh, I'm living my best life with you. Ooh, I'm living my best life, it's true. Ooh, I'm living my best life with you.
Man, thank you so much.
Thank
you
you
for sharing that with us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks again for coming in. Well, let's start. We like to get to know our guests here. So where are you from?
So I grew up in a little small Central Valley town called Oakdale, outside of Modesto in the Central Valley here in California.
And how'd you end up out here in Monterey?
Yeah, so, I went to undergraduate actually out over in Santa Cruz. So kind of went to school there, played music at all the local venues there. Then I headed up to the Bay Area, lived in Oakland, San Francisco, playing out, clubs there with a rock band. And then the wife and I, a couple years ago, were ready to kind of get back to living by the ocean. So we came back down here and just been loving it ever since.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. That's a great story. We're happy to have you.
Yeah, for sure. I'm happy to be here.
Do you mainly play solo, or do you perform with a band ever?
Yeah, so I used to play with a band. I do a lot of things. As of recent, I'm kind of more of a producer. Been writing and producing songs, trying to get stuff placed for sync licensing opportunities, TV commercial, those kind of things. I also am helping arrange and produce music for my wife, who's also a local musician here, and getting her all set up with some tunes. But yeah, I do play with a band, when I can. So I'm actually. A little shout out to anybody that might be watching, looking for some new folks to play with. So yeah, hopefully we'll be playing with the band here soon.
Yeah, well, there's definitely lots of talented artists around here who'd probably love to heed that call.
Yeah.
What would you say your genre is? Like, what category would you say it falls into?
It's funny. I've gone through kind of a journey musically. When I first started playing out and gigging out live, I used to call myself kind of saloon-style jazzy singer-songwriter. I mostly played piano. My first two records, I only played piano. But I've kind of shifted over the years. Definitely, guitar has had an influence on me in terms of the way that I write and the way that I perform. So I guess I would get looped into the sort of songwriter folk. I like to say kind of pop folk is where I land.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's nice. We had another pop folk artist here too, local.
Very cool.
It's good stuff. What does it mean to you what does it mean to you to play pop folk?
Really, for me, I'd say that like the message that is coming through the way that I'm playing is best delivered with the kind of stripped down guitar, piano, and so like it's important for me that the message comes first and the music. You could really get in the weeds of, especially as a producer, like really over producing and getting that really clean, polished sound. But I actually am like my first two records, there were like little sour notes on the piano, and I left them in there just because I think it kind of really adds to the personality. So yeah, pop folk for me is like having that sort of allowance of letting just like the message come first, and then the music and performance just kind of add to it.
Cool. Yeah. And so you said you primarily play piano, right?
Yeah, piano's my main instrument.
Cool. What's sort of your ideal setup as far as maybe brand of piano or type of piano to play with?
Well, I'm an old school. I love like vintage gear. So, there's actually a local guy who refurbishes old pianos and sells them for super cheap. And so when we first moved here, I picked up a nice little upright. But I love like old Rhodes and Wurlitzer electric pianos as well. And those are amazing to play on. Don't have one currently, but would love to pick one up one of these days.
If you want to shout that guy out, I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
I feel embarrassed. I can't think of his name at the moment. But
No worries. Well, yeah, let's get back to it.
Cool.
Yeah, stoked to hear it.
Look up in the sky, see all the stars shining up above, shining up above. Sparkling red, blue, yellow, white. This is the stuff the dreams are made of. The dreams are made of. And all of a sudden it's so clear. All we need is right here. And don't it feel so good to be free? We forgot the meaning of time. And don't it feel oh so very fine, so very fine? Be here now with me, everything is so complete with you. Oh yes, it's true. And all of a sudden it's so clear. All we need is right here. And don't it feel so good to be free? When I close my eyes and I hold you tight, I can feel my heart just melt away. And when something's so right, darling, I just might have nothing else I need to say. Sudden it's so clear. All we need is right here. And don't it feel so good to be free? And all of a sudden it's so clear. All we need is right here. And don't it feel so good to be free? Look up in the sky, see all the stars shining up above, shining up above. Sparkling red, blue, yellow, white. This is the stuff that dreams are made of. The dreams are made of. Just like a river, life is flowing freely. Oh, what a blessing it truly is to be me. I am abundant and ever grateful. Let go of resentment and never hateful. But I didn't always use to be this way. And if it wasn't for you, I'd be drowning in my own mediocrity. If it wasn't for you, I'd still be stuck in some dead-end job just trying to make it through. If it wasn't for you, I'd have never believed that I could be the man I've turned into. If it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for you. Looking back at old photographs of when I was younger. Oh, when I see myself, I see someone who is lost. Back then I had a dream, but no plan of action. I was good at getting nowhere, avoiding progress at all costs. But somehow I knew it wouldn't always be this way. And if it wasn't for you, I'd be drowning in my own mediocrity. If it wasn't for you, I'd still be stuck in some dead-end job just trying to make it through. If it wasn't for you, I'd have never believed I could be the man I've turned into. If it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for you. Oh, how can I ever repay you? Oh, how come you're so good? Oh, how I am so thankful. Let it be understood that if it wasn't for you, I'd be drowning in my own mediocrity. If it wasn't for you, I'd still be stuck in some dead-end job just trying to make it through. If it wasn't for you, I'd have never believed I could be the man I've turned into. If it wasn't for you, 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 oh, if it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for you.
What drove you to become a musician?
Oh man. Okay, so it's actually in my bio on my website. I think I shared it with you all as well. I have a funny story. Growing up, I used to hate when my mom would vacuum.
Okay.
And it's stressful, you know, like as a little kid and you hear that like, just that constant. And so
Sure.
what I would do to kind of cope with it is I'd plug my ears and I'd kind of hum and I'd like would sort of match it, and I would like start playing with the dissonance that was caused when I was off pitch compared to the vacuum. And what kind of happened organically is I started to learn to have like an ear for pitch because I would like learn to harmonize with my mom's vacuuming. And so that was kind of like the first thing that got me thinking about like, you know, making sounds and making, you know, a form of music in a way. Flash forward to a couple years later, my mom got my brother and sister guitar lessons, and I'm so grateful that I got to get piano lessons. And so that was really something that solidified for me just an interest and love for music.
How old were you?
I was 6 when I started the piano lessons. Took it for a couple years, took a break, got into high school, and was like, I don't want to play, you know, piano. But then it was like very clear to me that, oh no, wait, I love this instrument. And at that time I had taught myself guitar. I was looking at my brother, who's also a musician, and was kind of watching him and wanting to be like him, be all cool, like, oh, I'm going to learn guitar.
Yeah.
But ultimately piano is my main thing, but you know, got a special place in my heart for guitar. So
For sure.
yeah, I think just that kind of progression really solidified it for me. And then watching him, he's my older brother. He started, you know, writing songs and performing, and I kind of was watching him like, oh, that looks fun. I want to do that too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I started writing myself and playing. And yeah, this was in the Central Valley at the time. Started playing out in some of the little local venues out there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So your brother is an influence, an inspiration.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are some artists that inspire you?
Oh man. So I think for guitar, no, I'll take it back. For guitar and piano, probably someone who was really influential when I started writing was this guy, David Gray. Lots of ballads. He's this like Welsh kind of folk singer, but also kind of in the pop arena as well. I really love this guy, Mason Jennings, who's just a really simple songwriter. His songs are just like, no bells and whistles, just like straight to the heart. Again, it's the messaging, really clever songwriting. So he's somebody that really inspires me. I also, like I said earlier, I played in a rock funk band up in the Bay Area for a while. So there's a lot of musical influence in me. I'm really inspired by New Orleans kind of funk and soul music. I love playing funk and kind of rock music with bands, getting to play a little organ and stuff like that. So yeah, it's kind of a wide array, I would say.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, definitely very eclectic. What inspires your creativity? Like, do you have a process for writing or producing, since you do both?
Yeah. For me, songwriting is such a fickle thing because it's funny. I was just talking to somebody like yesterday about this, that I can't force songwriting. I can't like go, okay, today I'm going to block out this time and sit down and like write. It just, that's not how I work. I have to have like an inspiration or something kind of come out. And then I have to act on it. Like you hear so many songwriters and musicians talk about like the muse or the thing that kind of moves through them, and that, they're not ultimately responsible for the song, that it's like actually something that just kind of came through them and they're the messengers of it. So yeah, I think a lot of it is capturing those moments. Living in Monterey, like I'm in the sort of ritual of driving down to the beach most mornings and sitting in the truck and kind of looking out in the water, taking my shoes off and putting my bare feet on the sand and looking out. And in those moments, a lot of times maybe just like a quick little hook or something will pop up, and it's like, okay, let me go back and like record on my voice notes or something on my phone, that little hook, and then kind of build something off it. But it's so important to have that momentum, because if I like record that and then forget about it and then find it a month later, it's lost a little bit.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Do you have any goals as an artist right now?
Yeah, I mean, a small goal that's like something that like wasn't on my radar for the last couple of years is I do want to kind of get back into like my performance and artistry as a solo artist. It's been a very long time since I've played regularly as Nathan Dennen. I mean, I've played in bands and that kind of thing. So I definitely have a goal right now, since I just put out a record last fall, just to like get get more gigs under the belt and like perform those songs, because this record is a record that's really important to me, and a lot of songs that I'm really in love with. A lot of these ones that we're hearing today are all off of that record.
Cool.
And then as a producer, I'd say that like I've got some goals to like really develop some relationships with artists and folks around here, because for the most part, most of the music that I've produced has been stuff for myself or my wife, or, you know, projects that I'm working on. But I'd love to like sort of cross the bridge of working with other artists, and helping, you know, bring their ideas to life as well.
Yeah. Tell me more about the record.
Yeah, so I put it out on my birthday actually last year, September 21st. It's a record that's really kind of, I'd say, at least 10 years in the making.
Okay.
It's a little bit of kind of pandemic times. It's a little bit about the passing of my father. It's a little bit about just messages to myself about, you know, like getting through things and living my best life, as the previous song. And yeah, it's really just kind of like a interesting blend of music that showcases my journey of songwriting and producing over the last near decade.
Yeah.
So it's
Is it solo, just like sparse kind of guitar vocal production, or is it a mixture of other instruments too?
Yeah, it's a medley. It's produced some. There's not a ton of like over the top production on it. This is something that I 100% recorded and produced myself. Nearly all the instrumentation is me, minus a couple of tracks that I hired a drummer to play drums, and a good buddy of mine who was in my rock band, Drew, played bass on a couple of the songs. But
nice.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, sweet. Thank you so much for sharing. Let's move on. Let's hear more from that record. So all of these songs are from that record?
Correct. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
There's a new life out there for you, just past the horizon, beyond what anyone thinks of you, and farther than you thought that you could go. Nothing better than a new beginning. Possibility is calling your name. You can go in any direction, but never back from where you came. And if freedom is what you really want to find, sometimes you have to leave it all behind. Yeah, sometimes you have to leave it all behind. The old life, it didn't serve you. Too many times that you've been let down. Nobody to blame but your own self. No one's gonna stop you now. And if freedom is what you really wanna find, sometimes you have to leave it all behind. Sometimes you have to leave it all behind. Whoa, sometimes you have to leave it all behind. What is it that you There's a new life out there for you, just past the horizon, beyond what anyone thinks of you, and farther than you thought that you could go. And if freedom is what you really wanna find, sometimes you have to leave it all behind. Sometimes you have to leave it all behind. Whoa. Sometimes you have to leave it all behind. Na 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 na. Hey. Sometimes you have to leave it all behind. 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 Can you feel it? It's in your heart, can you feel it? It's in your bones when you feel it. Oh, you'll know that you're home, home, home. It's inside you, it's always been, it's been with you. Through thick and thin when you find it. Oh, you'll know that you're home, home, home. Every single day you wake up, here's another chance to make a new path for yourself, one that brings you closer to home, 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 home. When we were young and living carefree, we were exactly who we were supposed to be. Then we got lost, trying to make our way home, home, home. They'll tell us where we should go, who we should be, but they don't know 'cause they're lost too, trying to make their way home, home, home. And every single day you wake up, here's another chance to make a new path for yourself, one that brings you closer to home, 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 home. And we've been living our lives just like vagabonds, wandering further from the truth. And you can find just what you are looking for. Don't need no evidence, you are the proof. And every single day you wake up, here's another chance to make a new path for yourself, one that brings you right back to home, 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 oh, yeah. Home,
Beautiful, man. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Amazing. Well, thanks again for coming in.
No, thanks for having me. This has been awesome. I love this.
Yeah. It's truly a pleasure. It's nice having music like this. Very chill stuff here. It's good. Okay, just a couple of lightning round questions for you before you go. First of all, what's your favorite venue that you've played, either in this area or elsewhere?
So I was at a rock band, like I said, up in the Bay, and one of the band members worked for Pandora. So we would often play their parties, and they'd always be in the coolest venues. So we played at the Fillmore in San Francisco.
Nice.
Where else did we play? I would say Fillmore is probably the coolest. I also one time sang a tune with my brother when he was doing a show there as well. So probably the Fillmore.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Second, best spot to eat in Monterey County.
Oh my God, you cannot be asking that question because I've been having a hard time. I've been going out to Salinas a lot and been asking folks around there because I know there's some really awesome Mexican spots to be eaten at. As someone who I only eat fish, so like that already kind of limits me, but I don't know if I can answer that.
You don't have one yet?
I was going to the Julia's spot for a while. I like they have a lot of mushroom dishes. Again, as someone who's mostly pescatarian but mostly vegetarian, that was a pretty good spot. But there's probably some place that is an obvious choice for me, and I'm just not thinking about it.
Julia's is a great answer. They're a very cool place.
Yeah, but I am taking recommendations, so
okay,
I might be hitting you up after this.
Yeah, sounds good. Lastly, where can we find you online? Like social media, website?
Yeah, so I'm most active, I would say, on Instagram, which would just be Nathan_Dennen. My website is the kind of place you could go because aside from being a performing artist, I am a producer. And so I have a website, nathandennen.com. That's where if there's anybody who's watching this that would be interested in partnering with me and working to help, produce your music, you could go there, hear some of my work.
Sure.
And get in touch with me there. So yeah, nathandennen.com.
And is your record on Spotify?
It's on Spotify, all the streaming services, that record.
Cool.
Actually, last year I also put out, at the beginning of the year, a solo jazz album called Wing It. It was just like on the spur of the moment. It took me about a week to do it, and it's just a bunch of solo piano jazz songs, kind of inspired by like Thelonious Monk.
Oh, sweet. That's awesome.
His solo album. So there's that. And then my old records are also all on all the streaming services as well.
And what's the name of the album that you released?
So Leave It All Behind, that track that I played, is the title track for the album. So Leave It All Behind. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, thanks again for coming in, man. It's been a real pleasure.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we'll see you out there.
Cool.